LEGO's biggest set releases of the year are right around the corner, so today I wanted to sit down and talk you guys through what I will and won't be buying over the next couple of months. It's been a while since I've done an anti-haul, so I figured as well I should probably recap a couple of the last month's worth because I have definitely been noticing myself really steer away from buying LEGO sets as of recently. I have been focusing way more on parts. The amount of PAB I've been buying recently is kind of ridiculous, and I feel like it is way more enjoyable for me to enjoy the hobby that way right now, rather than buy a bunch of sets that I really want. Usually August is a pretty big drop for me because it is the main LEGO Star Wars release of the whole year, alongside a bunch of other summer sets releasing. However, this year I didn't buy a single thing on August 1st, and I feel like that was the case with a lot of other people, or at least people were holding back a little bit more than usual. Now, when it came to that Star Wars wave, I would really like to get the MTT. I think it looks really cool. However, I did see it in person very recently as I saw a LEGO store member holding it kind of walking past, and I was really shocked at how small this set is. The Clone Turbo Tank was one that I was originally interested in, but after seeing it kind of disintegrate, and again, just seeing how small and flimsy that build is, I'm definitely going to be skipping on that too. Although I just know those Galactic Marine minifigures are gonna be super expensive. Thankfully though, I don't really care about them. The Battle Pack is one that I wasn't really interested in to begin with anyway, so that's a perfectly fine skip. Same with the Ewok and K2SO, and I can't even remember what other sets honestly came out in this wave. I just kind of ignore it all. Jango Fett Slave 1. That was one that I was going to pick up, at least the playset version of, but I don't know, I'm not entirely sold. I just don't care. Plus I've got Boba and Jango from the bigger UCS Slave 1 set. I just bought them individually, and that's not even talking about the prices on those sets. I mean, I feel like this is beating a dead horse at this point. Those set prices are kind of ridiculous. I know at least in Australia, like if I was to buy them from Big W, especially if they did a toy sale, it would be significantly cheaper even by the time I convert the currency at that point. I don't need them. I love a good Star Wars playset, but none of them particularly wowed me this year outside of Ahsoka's Jedi Starfighter. And I already have that, so I feel like I'm pretty set on LEGO Star Wars for the rest of the year. Now, when it comes to September and October, pretty much everything for September is confirmed at this point, and October, everything is kind of loosely confirmed or leaked or rumored, but we're gonna cover everything all at once. Now, before we start, I wanna talk about some of the things that I will absolutely be buying out of the next few waves, especially on day one, and that is the entire line of LEGO Wicked sets. This by far is the most excited I have been in the last couple of months for a new set. I cannot wait for this wave. I love Wicked, I love musicals, and I have some really fun video ideas using these sets as well. I feel really inspired right now to build LEGO Wicked mocks, so this wave releasing right now could not have come at a better time. I will be buying the whole wave for the $500 and whatever dollars it is going to cost me, which is also why I really don't want to buy much else, to be honest, because those sets are going to be a little bit expensive, but I'm gonna have a ton of fun building them. I cannot wait. Secondly, I really want to get my hands on the Spider-Gwen minifigure from the Spider-Verse minifigure series. I think overall the minifigure series is absolutely fantastic, but I just can't see myself being super attached to any other character outside of Spider-Gwen. At one point I want to get a Miles Morales one, but I think just the one from the sets is fine with me, whereas this version of Spider-Gwen is fantastic. I mean, Peter Parker is also really fun too, but I think I'm just gonna leave it with Spider-Gwen for this series and call it a day. On the other hand, some of the things that I will absolutely not be buying is, first up, probably the biggest point of conversation in the LEGO space right now, especially for AFOLs, is the $1,000 LEGO Star Wars UCS Death Star or Frisbee or disc, whatever you want to call it. I think this set is like, it's all right. Like I don't necessarily hate it. I do think it's a very weird concept for a set. To me, it feels like one giant diorama, and I feel like the minifigures play such a big part in having this set feel lively or cool or interesting in a lot of ways that I really don't care for it, on top of the fact that it's $1,000. I'm not wanting to spend $1,000 on one singular LEGO set, let alone a giant Star Wars Death Star. It's just not for me. I think there are some really cool build techniques. I can't wait to see what this looks like in person. I do think it's kind of an interesting concept. I don't know, I'm very conflicted. I feel like it is a little bit weird. I would have preferred a much more spherical kind of like, you know, the old school traditional play sets. But at the same time, I appreciate that they've done something different, but I'm also not overly fond of it. Outside of that though, there are some really fun references for Star Wars fans. However, the minifigure department is also very much lacking in the fact that they're not using a lot of the dual molded legs that are already in production, especially in a set of this size and of this price point. However, at the end of the day, I honestly think this set is going to sell incredibly well. Like, a lot of the AFOL and LEGO Star Wars fans probably aren't gonna buy it. They're gonna kick up a huff about it and say it's the worst thing ever. But ultimately, this is gonna be for more of the general Star Wars fans and just LEGO fans in general. I mean, UCS collectors, a lot of the time, they'll just collect UCS sets. It's for a very specific demographic, and I feel like that demographic is going to love this thing. I can see it being a really big hit with just normal people in general. So in that regard, I do think LEGO really hit the nail on the head in some ways, but I do think there is a large room for improvement. Also, just the fact that it costs $1,000 in this day and age, in this economy, it is not, I feel like the timing's not right. Now, the next one is kind of surprising because at first I was very excited for this set, and unlike that Death Star, I feel like is incredible value for what you get, and that is the brand new WALL-E and Evie little duo set. Now, I'm really torn on this. I'm probably not going to pick it up, and if I do, it's going to be quite a long time away, especially if there's like double points or some sort of discount. Like, I'm just gonna leave it on the back burner of a maybe type of thing, and the reason I'm so conflicted with this set is because I have that original LEGO Ideas WALL-E. I paid quite a lot of money for that on the aftermarket, and now this new little set comes along and he's actually got dirt on him and rust and comes with an in-scale Eve, and then it's also got the little cleanup robot whose name I can't remember off the top of my head, but I love him too. So for that reason, I would love to have Eve and like have a little full set of them, but I've got that original one, and that original one is fantastic. He's so cute, a lot bigger as well, a ton of articulation. I've even seen that you can apparently motorize him, and I feel like if I sold him earlier and like reminded myself that this set was coming, I probably would be a little bit more excited to buy this new one because it's only $70 US, which is very, very reasonable for this set in my eyes. But knowing that I spent like almost 200 Australian, I'm pretty sure, on the original WALL-E, it just feels stupid to buy the same set again, even though I'm getting a couple other characters. Next up, and this one really, really hurts to say, but I am very, very likely going to be passing on the big black Pearl set, aka Jack Sparrow's pirate ship, because for some reason LEGO has changed the name and doesn't want to use Black Pearl, but anyway, that's a separate topic of conversation. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. Those original 3 movies are absolutely fantastic. It is just straight fire, one after the other. I love the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland. I love the universe. I love the actors. I love the pirate ship, and that original theme means so much to me, and I never got that original Black Pearl when it came out. I bought it a couple of years ago at Chicago and got a really good deal on it, and now they have come to re-release it, so I didn't even need that original one anyway. So this is where I'm kind of at. I have this original pirate ship set. I spent a lot of money on it. Look, it's not the best built set ever. I definitely have a very strong nostalgia attachment to it though, and I think it's perfectly fine. I already find it really hard to display because pirate ships inherently are very tall, so I can't really put it in these bookcases very easily, so it's just kind of sat on top of a shelf in the living room right now, and I'm even thinking about taking it down just because I feel like it just doesn't really fit. But that being said, this new ship, it does look incredible. I'm sure it's going to be way better built, although all of the photos I've seen of it so far are very blurry and you really can't make anything out, but it does look like a pretty cool set. The minifigures, kind of interesting. They also kind of disappoint me in some areas, but at the same time, those original Pirates of the Caribbean minifigures were some of the best that LEGO has ever made, and I'm perfectly happy with the ones I've got. Like, maybe I'll buy Elizabeth just because it's a new dress and it's a little bit more accurate, but I don't really feel the need to get any of the others. I'm sure there are going to be tons of people who absolutely love it, but at least for me, I feel like I can pretty safely pass on this, and I don't necessarily think I'm going to regret it either. So why would I spend that amount of money on this set? You know, it just doesn't make sense. Next up, similar to WALL-E and Evie, is Cruella de Vil's car. Now, when this first released, I got really excited. This is what I've been wanting for so long, is like LEGO Disney sets with the minifigures that like aren't Disney princess mini dolls, but just like a regular Disney things, you know what I mean? And then this year we've gotten Stitch's house and now Cruella de Vil's car, and I still haven't bought Stitch's house. Like, that is one that is on my radar, but it's getting to the point now where I'm like, oh, do I even want this set? I mean, I do, but I also feel like there are other things that I would rather display. I feel like I'm getting very, very picky with my sets these days, and Cruella de Vil's car is just another instance of this. And unlike WALL-E and Eve, I don't think this set is very good value money-wise either. I love Cruella de Vil. I love the Disney villains. I really feel like it would be a really fun one to have and also a pretty easy split to display. Unlike Stitch's house, I feel like that would be a little bit harder, but still relatively easy. I mean, ultimately it's a small play set, but being a car, you know, Cruella de Vil, it's gonna be a little bit easier. But I don't know, I'm just not super excited and in the mood to go and rush out and buy it the same way that I am when it comes to the Wicked sets. And I think that is ultimately what is really holding me back with this one. Next up is the Game Boy. Now, I wanna kind of brush past this one because, you know, I never really grew up playing this console. I had a Game Boy Micro instead, and I absolutely loved that. I bet you if they made that, especially if it was hot pink and matched my one, I would care a little bit more. This set's pretty cool. If you like retro tech and things like that, that's absolutely for you. But for me, yeah, I'm good. Now, the next batch of sets, these got revealed quite a while ago, but I feel like I never really delved into actually what I thought about these, and that is the new advent calendars. Now, this year, the advent calendars really were not my cup of tea. I think I mentioned this in like a live stream or something on the main channel, but I am just not a massive fan of these new advent calendars. The Star Wars one, it disappoints me. The Harry Potter one, it's cute and all, but I just don't really care for the builds that are included in it. It's not something that I'm particularly looking for in a Lego set. If I was a young kid, I know I would absolutely be excited. The Minecraft one honestly is my favorite, but I don't care enough about Minecraft to buy it, let alone the Disney one, the Friends one, the City one. I feel like there's probably more. I can't remember. I feel like just overall, I'm just gonna skip Lego advent calendars this year. I might just stick to some chocolate ones, maybe buy another Funko Pop one like I did a couple years ago, but I don't wanna spend $45 on any of these calendars. And I know too that they go super discounted, so maybe if I see like the Lego Star Wars one for 20 bucks, I'll get it just so I can have Babu Frick, but otherwise, you know, it's just a pass for me. And then last but certainly not least, I want to talk about the Harry Potter September wave that they're doing. Now, most of these are Brickhead sets and all of them are just a straight pass for me. Like, I mean, they're fine, but I'm not collecting Harry Potter Brickheads. I don't want to spend my money on them. And then we have Hogsmeade. Now, I was debating getting this. I would like to have gotten it and make a review on it and that type of thing, but I can't justify spending that money on that set to me just for a video. Like, I think it's really cool. I would like to test it out. I would like to build it and try it out, but I just can't bring myself to do it. It's so expensive for what it is. And the buildings are fun. I mean, it's cool and it is something that I've wanted for a really long time, but I'm just not hyped about it. Right now, I'm having a ton of fun building my own things, and I would rather focus on that than buy a set just for the sake of it, which is really unfortunate because I would like to continue to review Lego Harry Potter sets. I still love the theme as a whole, but I feel like I'm also just like slowly kind of backing out a little bit. I still really love it. I'm still absolutely getting a hold of the entire Hogwarts wave and the Hogwarts lineup and the castles and all that. They bring me so much joy. But this Hogsmeade, it's kind of been a little bit of a letdown necessarily. I still think it looks fabulous. I think it looks incredible. I do like the set. It's not like I don't, but I'm just not drawn to it. So I don't want to spend the money on it, basically. And I feel like if the Wicked sets were coming out in October, I probably would go and buy Hogsmeade right now. But because Wicked and Hogsmeade are coming out at the exact same time, like, Hogsmeade is not even a thought to me. Now, that being said, there is going to be a Harry Potter promo that comes out on the 1st of September as well as part of the Back to Hogwarts whole thing, and I really want to get a hold of that. I want to get a hold of that Neville thing because it is part of the new Hogwarts system, but I don't really see myself buying any sets. I'm probably just going to buy it off Bricklink or eBay, but that is a set I definitely also really want to get a hold of. Oh, and then one more set that I forgot is coming out as well, and I'm pretty sure this is an October one, is the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I'm also passing on this one. I personally have a much stronger tie to the Tim Burton Charlie and the Chocolate Factory version, and if it was based off that, I think I would be a little bit more sold. I've also just only seen a leak of this set this morning, and I'm personally not a huge fan of the layout. I think there's some really cool pieces. The minifigures look fantastic, but I don't know, just the set's design, not it for me. But those are all of my September and October buys and non-buys. Basically, it is going to be parts and Wicked sets for me for the next 2 months, which I am very, very excited about, but I feel like is a complete 180 from where things would have been a year ago for me, Lego-wise, which is really interesting. But let me know what sets you've picked up recently or what you're planning on picking up in the next couple of months. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel down below, and until next time, I'll see you later.